20 freaking 9. Oh, 27. Nick said it was a 27, which makes it worse. Seriously, you're just gonna like the movie was really great. Of course, it has some flaws, but the movie was really great. You know, I'm gonna mention some of the flaws. You know, the Joker. You know, the guy that played Joker. He didn't have that many. You know, screen time, which really pissed him off. Which I totally agree with. Oh yeah, Slipknot. He died in 5 minutes. We didn't even get to see him fight nobody. That really made me mad too. I mean, he tried to escape. Yeah, but seriously, you're just gonna kill him off in the first 5 seconds. I mean, 5 seconds, 5 minutes. That really made me mad. That was not cool. I hated it, and you know. And also, there was a lot of lines that were cut. Not lines, but like scenes that were cut. For example, Joker saying, "I can't wait to show you my toys." The part of the Harley Quinn being a bartender, that was cut too. And actually, when I was watching the reviews, they confirmed that all those scenes that were cut could have actually been another movie. Straight up, like not playing around. They could have been its own movie, just by things that weren't in the original. Which that's not a good idea, to tell you the truth. While it had a bunch of flaws, yes, but it was a great movie. I loved it. This is a fan movie. If you were a fan of the Suicide Squad, then this movie you would like. It had great characters, you know. It had awesome, you know, action scenes. It's not kid friendly at all, which, you know, I mentioned in my other video that I hate kid friendly stuff. But I'm gonna say this. Rotten Tomato giving it a 29. That was so unfair. That is not cool. Seriously, you're gonna give a movie that's like it's a great movie. I have no complaints over it really. But seriously, you're just gonna give it a 29 without even giving it a chance? Like I think the day before the movie was actually released, they already gave it a score, and it was a 27 or 29. I don't even know at this point, but still, it still pisses me off. It's still the 20s. Are you freaking serious? And that's not the first time that Rotten Tomato has done shit like that. They screwed over Batman v Superman, which also was a great movie. I totally recommend it if you're a DC fan. It was a great movie, and they totally just screwed that movie over, like really bad. It was not cool. It was like, what the heck? They gave it a 50-something when it deserved like an 80. It was that great. It was that great of a movie. But you know, obviously Rotten Tomato being dickheads, they totally just screwed the movie over. Which I thought that was like so messed up. And that was like, what the heck? And what should I say? Oh yeah. When Rotten Tomato does that, it really pisses off a bunch of fans. If you're a fan of any DC movie, Rotten Tomato will basically just give it a really low credit. My theory is that there's like Disney is paying them so much money just to, you know, to do that, because there's no way that Rotten Tomato could hate DC so much and give so much love to Marvel. That is no way. So seriously, I hate Rotten Tomato. I just hate them. They're always screwing a bunch of movies over that don't deserve to get screwed over. And for example, like when I was watching the video, they mentioned a petition that they're doing for Rotten Tomato to be banned. I totally agree with this. Seriously, Rotten Tomato needs to pay for their shit that they've done. Like seriously, I want them to get banned. Seriously, they're horrible. I hate them. They're like, it's like the devil. They're like if the devil and, let's say, a succubus had a baby and then the baby had AIDS. It's that bad. I hate them. Because seriously, are you just they're screwing movies over that do good, and then like they can't make up for the money that they've lost. I hate that. They're screwing a bunch of people over. Come on, Rotten Tomato. And the movies are great when they do that. Like the movies they're awesome. You know, they don't deserve that type of score, but yet they still get it by freaking Rotten Tomato. Because why? They screw them over. They love screwing people over so much. I don't think it's funny. And when you think about it, they've done it with a bunch of movies. And for some reason, they give Marvel a bunch of great scores. For example, Civil War. Boy, that movie pissed me off so much. Civil War pissed me off because it had nothing, seriously, straight up nothing to do with the comics. It got a 95, and it had like only references of the comics, seriously. Only references, but the actual plot was about spoiler alerts, by the way. If you haven't seen it, go check it out, but the whole plot was about a dude wanting revenge because his family died because of the Avengers. That's it. Well, in the game, in the comics, it was actually political stuff. It was about, heroes needed to demask themselves because the public think they're not safe. And there's so many things that they didn't do in the comics. Tony Stark was actually president, believe it or not. He was president. And for some reason, in the comics, in the movie, he's still just the same old playboy philanthropist Tony Stark. That I understand they couldn't follow that, because if they would have done it in the movie, they would have been like, what the heck, when did that happen? So I understand that, but they could have done any references to it, like, oh, I'm gonna run for president or something like that. No, they just straight up just cut that part off. I'm like, really? Okay, I see how it is. And that's the tip of it. Like, the tip of it, seriously, when you think about it, they've screwed over the comics so much. For example, Spider-Man, I understand he couldn't get the iron suit, but he could have done references to it. No, they decided to just abandon it. They're just happy they brought him in, I think that was a good idea, bringing in Spider-Man, because he was a really big, really big part of the comics. Basically, Spider-Man was a turning point because he switches sides. He was on Team Tony, but then he goes to Team Cap. Because, he witnessed what really happens to the, heroes with they demask themselves. So he switches sides and doesn't want the law to pass. Which I totally understand, I can understand, it tells what happens. But the movies totally screw that over. It doesn't even have any mentioning of it. It has nothing. Seriously. The movie just does its own thing and people love it for some strange reason. Personally, I thought the movie was okay. I thought it was okay. I would give it like a 70 if I was Rotten Tomato. 70 or 60, because it really just doesn't give us what the comic told, the original story. It's just, the only reason why it's called Civil War is because they're fighting each other. Basically it. There was no real reason why. Really. Because Captain America wanted to protect Bucky for what he's done. Now, normally I would be like, yeah, Bucky deserves to go to jail. He did all these crimes, he should go to jail. Totally agree with that. But, Captain America is being a little dickhead, saying that, oh no, he was brainwashed. I'm like, so? If you're brainwashed, you still did these crimes. I think you should, face the consequences. But no, he's a little dickhead and, want him to suffer. He didn't want him to suffer what he actually did do. So I thought that was, like, really messed up. But, what do I know? And here's another thing. They don't follow the comics, but they get a really high score. Wow. DC do their best to follow the comics, but get a really low score. That pisses me off. I'm like, what the hell? Come on. Rotten Tomato deserves to get taken down. If anybody that agrees with me, sign this petition to have them take down, because they don't deserve anything. Seriously, they don't even deserve to be freaking. Oh god, they don't deserve to be credited. Like, they don't deserve to be, like, critics. They don't deserve it, because they're basically bought. They're basically bought for Marvel, because seriously, that's what I think. It's total bullshit what they're doing. And for DC, they have so much hate. That's not even funny. I hate the fact that DC, they do their best. They do their best to bring the comic to life, but they get so much hate from them. And I'm like, really? They're doing their best. They're trying. And they still get hate. Marvel, they get a lot of love. I think there's a problem. They are too kid-friendly. Seriously, look at the movies and compare it to the comics. They're too kid-friendly. They hold back so much. It's not even funny. If they do a Planet Hulk movie, then it has to be rated R because there's so much killing in the Planet Hulk series in the comic book that it deserves to be rated R. Seriously, Hulk literally in the comic literally bashes the dude's head in.
Hey kid, friendly Hulk, Planet Hulk, I will go there myself and assassinate everybody in there.
Yes, I totally agree with Nick. I will help him out. If he gets caught, I'll totally take the blame because he seriously, this is like total this kid-friendly bullshit. Like I said, my other video was bullcrap.
The Hulk is my favorite hero. Like,
If you know Nick, the Hulk is his favorite hero, which he shouldn't be kid-friendly. Should not be at all. Which I thought that was total bullshit. I love that part. But off topic, I thought it was total bullshit. And seriously, all the other movies were also kid-friendly, which it shouldn't be. A lot of the movies that Marvel makes based off the comics, supposedly, shouldn't be kid-friendly then. Because, yeah, of course we see people get shot and all that, but that's about it. We don't really. If you look at Wolverine's movies, every time he stabs somebody with his claws and takes out the claws, no blood whatsoever. I'm like, really? Is it that bad of kid-friendliness that we see no blood when someone gets stabbed? When I see somebody get stabbed, which I have before, myself, but still, when I saw myself get stabbed, I saw blood. I saw lots of blood. And for some reason, when Wolverine does it, no blood. I mean, come on. Marvel, I mean, if Stan Lee's hearing this, please, for the love of if you care about your comic books, if you care about the heroes that you created, end your contract with Disney. Because they're holding you back. They straight up are. Okay, starting out, you wouldn't have gone big. You're like, yes, that's true. But you could have worked your way up. And if you wouldn't have gone the contract with Disney, I'm pretty sure you'd be bigger than DC by now. Which you kind of are, but for wrong reasons. Seriously, those were wrong reasons. That, like, the movies that you make, if it were like the comics, they would have gotten a lot of love. Seriously, like maybe some of them may have to be rated R. Yes, true, but it would have been amazing. It would have stayed to the stories that you've created, Stan Lee. Come on. But selling out to Disney wasn't actually a good idea. Because now they're kind of ruining the stories that you've created with their kid-friendly bullcrap, which I thought that was total bullshit. That doesn't deserve it. It doesn't deserve to. Seriously, just I hate it. And what I hate mostly about is that they change it and the critics just love it. Like I said a second ago, the critics love it because, it has nothing to do with the comics. But yet, when a company actually listens to the fans and wants it to be like the comic, they don't listen. They're all like, oh no, this is horrible because it's not, this is not what we're used to. But hey, what do I know? Like I said, I'm just a kid that's a total big fan of these two companies. But one of them I just have to say it, they try. DC tries. Some of them may have not been successful, but hey, they try. I mean, look at. Okay, I'm gonna name a movie that's kind of that doesn't really. That really gives meaning was Green Lantern. The Green Lantern movies. Okay, I kind of agree with you, but they made up for it. Batman v Superman was awesome. Suicide Squad was just great. They're gonna do the Justice League movie, which I'm like a bunch of fans are so hyped about that like a lot of fans are really hyped, and especially since it's New 52 when we get to see Cyborg in the Justice League. That's really cool. I thought it's pretty cool. We get to see him and up there with the really big heroes. Now, I'm gonna end the video right here because my time's gonna be up. So this rant was kind of stupid, but hey, I totally back it up. Like I said, sign this petition to get Rotten Tomato just banned. I want them to be destroyed. And Stanley, if you're hearing this, please end your contract. Please, if you care about your If you care about the heroes that you created, you will end this contract, please. Alright? I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.